Hello everyone, Hawky here, back with another Sword of Convallaria video. So I'm still sitting at top 3 for Towerversity, and I just want to go through a bit more detail about my lower zone clear. I did copy most of Shower Strat, but also did a few optimization, running Tristan, SP Nana, Gloria, Nydia, Akambe, and OG Nana. I think the best score is to get OG Nana out of this and change this to like a more like a 3-turn clear, and then bring OG Nana in the top floor and with like Luvato and everything, because this is a bit of a lower score for the upper zone. But yeah, I'll just jump into the strat I used and just go through it more thoroughly in more detail about why I used everyone. So just putting out the stars here for everyone. You could see everyone's stars here at the bottom. So firstly is a comeback. I did use a cornucopia fruit for the cornucopia staff. I never got it initially, so this is my first copy. And just hourglass for a bit of extra attack there. Running the engraving resonance, the RNG reset, up and wand, and judgment for the extra extra damage buff, I guess. I'm also running Dark Ripple, which disables passive and reaction skills, and that's the reason why we're running Cornucopia Staff. The Dark Ripple actually disables the Slime's skill, right? This toughness. Immune to the effect of injured and dying, so it means the Slimes will take more damage when they're injured and dying, so that's something to take advantage of. And he definitely needs the special clauses because that's what he does to swap with OG Nana's guard at the start. Agree to suck all the units together, and Shadow Assassin to block Ballista's line of sight. Next unit is OG Inanna. I do have her at 3 stars. It isn't really needed. Some people also look at the guard here and they're like, oh, the guard doesn't actually go off Inanna's stats, so it doesn't matter how tanky Inanna is. I see some people running like tanky gear on Inanna, but it doesn't matter. Running Focus Wand and Roaring Flint. The actual engraving doesn't really matter there for her, and Judgment, because I was like, more damage maybe, hopefully. And running the Guard Summon skill. You don't actually really need this if you're following my exact strat. Some strats you need to have the Guard Summoning skill, definitely running Princess Prayer, Princess Comfort. Actually, I think the healing spell will be a bit better for her, but I'll just use it like that because we only need to heal up the guard. My Nydia is only sitting at 3 stars, which is a bit of a shame because it means that she can't debuff the enemies because it's at a 5-tile range. At 4-star, it changes to a 6-tile. So that's something to also consider. I'm not thinking of sharding up Nydia. I think she's fine at 3-star. Merely Mega Crossbow for damage, Breath Concealing Ring. If you don't have this, you can run something that gives her attack. And then Justice for the physical attack there. Running Trill to vacuum up units, Deathbird Wing, channeling, movement increased by 1. And then just that channeling skills and Death Sentence there for her. Let me know if there's anything I need to optimize further. For Tristan, definitely needs to have her at 5-star because 5-star, when she goes to Berserk state, it reduces her non-instant skill cooldown by 2 turns and energy reduced by 1. Which means when she goes in Berserk, she can spam her One-Punch Burial because that 2 cost, it's at 3 cost, reduced down to 1, and then it'll be like a 0-turn cooldown, so she can spam her 1 punch to victory. Running Gale's Sword for damage and Blood Luxite Amulet because her AoE damage does become magical there. And running Magician. I did test out between Magician and like Justice, but Magician was actually doing more damage for me there. Alright, so next up I am running SP Nana. So my SP Nana is only sitting at 3-star. Ideally, I do want her all the way to 5-star. I did pull for extra copies. Well, I did try, but I didn't get any extra copies, and I think 5-star is the key where you want her, and I'm nowhere close, so I don't want to waste any shards on raising her to 5-star. She can remain where she is. Nocturnal Glow to give everyone the damage buff when she casts her banner, and running the Shield of Justice for a bit of extra damage. Technically, we don't need the Cup and Wand because I don't really want to re-roll this Nocturnal Glow, so it is what it is. And Magician for some damage, raise the Ascension skill for damage, Flag skill, everyone uses that, gives everyone the Leader Aura from the Flag skill, co-attack, co-defense, Light of Convallaria for free will, attack and move and energy. The unique one is under the flag of Convallaria. So we don't actually use this skill often because this skill is essentially a duplicate of the battle flag. When we throw down the flag, we already get this leader aura. So I have to Castalia this one because it's this leader aura that happens like when the battle actually starts. Like we have to throw down our flag to get this leader aura. So by having this leader aura, it means that OG Inanna's guard does get the defense and reduced damage taken, which actually makes the guard survive. Otherwise, the guard doesn't actually survive. So that is the key skill to get for SP Nana. Gloria, she's just in here for a bit of damage, so 4-star didn't really matter. I have her army breaking spear. It's just a stat stick, increases crit and attack. Need to have one old scroll of August, so this is very important to give the speed to Tristan, Magician for some damage, and yeah, just default Gloria skills, Lance, this will turn into Full Moon, and we have the Union Leader Aura because we're running 2 Union units, right? Nydia and Tristan, so the extra effects do stack on them. For tactics, we're going to use raid order, pursuit order, and flag. So let's get started. There's going to be some RNG where you do need to reset, as well as you can fish for crits as well, but it is what it is. I don't think it really changes things too much. So Ballista's first shot, 8806. So you can see the guard does die because the guard has a 60% chance to block to reduce that damage, and you have to actually reset the battle for it. I guess the good thing about this is it's only the start of the battle, so it's a very fast reset, but it's one of the RNG things that you have to do for Tower Versity to get the best outcome. So 7045 because he did trigger the block. The block 60%, and you can see here he does have that leader aura and area sort of Convallaria from SP Nana. So that's the reason why he's able to survive, barely survive, 312 HP there. We're going to throw down the flag, and we're actually going to do the global guard skill. So he does do the assist block for OG Nana when she does come closer within 2 range. SP Nana is going to come here and do the Light of Convallaria, give everyone attack buff, move, and energy. So just buff everyone up there. Now Gloria. So this is where the old scroll of August does become important, because what you actually want to do is you want Tristan to speed up, because look at Tristan's speed, 185, and then you want to speed up over SP Nana. So quick math. The old scroll of August does give speed 1, which is 50 speed. So that puts Tristan's 185 plus 50 at 235 over this 216 speed, because you want Tristan to go first, and then later on SP Nana can cast the which one is it? The Call of Freedom skill to make Tristan act again. So we're going to buff Nice Faith. And the other thing about Gloria, for some of those who haven't used her since the start, is she does have this flag aura, right? She does have this, where is it? Flag aura, right? Attack and defense 3 tiles by 12%. So 1, 2, 3. So that means this Akambe doesn't actually get the flag aura. Has a flag of Convallaria from the tactical flag here. But what we do is we throw down the Lance of Longinus, which does give everyone this global flag aura. So if we go back to Akambe here, we can see he does have these flag buffs, right? He has this banner aura and flag aura. So this is what triggers from her throwing down this flag and making that aura global. Now for Tristan, we're going to actually lunge in front and then headbutt the slime. So headbutting the slime, and then we're going to end our turn here. So we're actually missing out on turn 1 of Tristan's damage. It is what it is. That's the best setup so far that we found. And now Nydia. So this is the bad thing about Nydia. You could see the slimes. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All the slimes are outside her range of her Black Feather. So she doesn't actually debuff anyone with Black Feather at 3 stars. So out of range, which kind of sucks, but it is what it is. We're going to do Cloud of Black Feather, and then we're going to do Rain of Arrows. And yeah, I was considering, like, do we do Death Sentence now? Because, like, you can choose to do Death Sentence now or do Death Sentence later. So for example, let's do it now. Let's compare our damage. And you want to compare, like, her hitting the top slimes, the bottom slimes as well, or the difference in damage. So for example, if I hit these bottom slimes, how much damage am I doing? 200k. Is that worth it? So do need to, like, test things a bit. So Rain of Arrows, and then we do Death Sentence at the bottom. And what will happen is if we hit the top slimes, right? What will happen if we hit the top slimes? How much damage will we do? 382. Ooh, okay, a lot more damage there from hitting the top slime. So we're gonna stick with that. We're going to use the Shadow Assassin to block the Ballista's line of sight. So commonly you'll see the Ballista here at the front with the Assassin there. So that blocks the line of sight in the middle. So basically with Ballista's arrow, right? He actually hits things that are visible. Like, you see him hit the Assassin at the front if you misplace things. But he only does that because he has to shoot through the Assassin. Like, he sees someone here and then he's like, oh, I'm shooting at it. But because it's a straight line attack, it's not curved. Like, if you have, like, curved attacks, it shows that as, like, it is a curved attack. Like, don't let these red lines confuse you. He hits in a straight line, right? So he has to hit through the Assassin to hit that. But that's why you see the Assassin die. And on these diagonal ranges as well, like, you need to have units here on this diagonal line to block his line of sight. So having this Assassin here does actually block this line of sight here, so Tristan becomes safe. So with a Kambe, we're just going to come here and stand by. I mean, we could use Secret Signal, but there's nothing to really hit. Right? We just see Ballista just dodge them, right? Okay. Now the good thing is I have a Kambe with the Engraving Resonance, so that will come in key later. Now here's the thing about Inanna. So there's a few places we can place her. We can place her here, summon the guard, and the guard will appear here in the front. Sometimes we can put her here, summon the guard will appear behind her. But we could just move here because the guard is in 2 tiles away, so the guard would automatically assist block. We can come here, do Roaring Flint, do a bit of damage there on the boss, and then we can just heal up the guard. If this isn't enough heal, you can do the single target heal. So a bit of healing there on the guard, and then you see the slimes attack the guard, and the guard dies. Right? And why does the guard die? The guard dies because of the buffs. So actually, I should show you guys before that happens, right? So if we look at the guard here, it does have 8 stacks of this Maya corruption. After hitting 10 stacks, it immediately eliminates the character, summons 4 hollow moon mass at the bottom right, cannot be dispelled or immunized, and you have to go standby to remove these stacks. So these slimes, when they attack, right? They do... where is it? I don't know where they put the skill in on. But basically, when the slimes hit this guard, these Maya corruption stacks increase. And that's why when the guard becomes eliminated, so he needs enough HP to survive those 2 hits, and then eliminated, and then we get 4 slime to spawn there. So let me repeat that step with OG Nana. So Roaring Flint, heal, and because she's in 2 tiles of the guard, It'll swap assist block, so 9 stacks, 10 stacks, eliminated. And then we see these two and those two slimes spawn. So extra slimes for us to do damage there. And then round 2, Ballista is blocked with the line of sight, so he doesn't do the Blight Bind arrow there. And now this is Tristan's turn, right? So Tristan, this is where we want to spam some of our skills. So what we're going to do is we're going to do Crimson Fury here. The one thing I was also considering is I was considering Raid Order on Tristan here. But I don't think that would actually increase any damage. Like maybe on this side slime there does increase damage. Okay, so with Crimson Fury here. Alright, doing some damage there, and then we move 1, 2, because we also want the sword and wand buff there, right? So 1, 2, and then 3, and then we go for the 1 punch burial. Nice, 854. Okay. Now on SP Nana's turn, so this is when we actually want to buff up Tristan, so give Call of Freedom, let Tristan act again, and then we're going to throw down our flag. Nice. And then we're also going to AoE some of the slimes just to get a bit of damage on the table here. So just AoE some slimes here. 334. Gloria. What Gloria can do is... So back on Gloria. So what I was thinking is we'll have her move here to do Full Moon. Then AoE 3 slimes. Just do a bit of damage here. 94k. Nice. And then Nydia. Like, what is the best place to hit Nydia? Like, there's Black Feather here and up here as well. So, how much damage are we looking at if we hit the bottom slimes? 596. So if we backtrack here, and then attack with Nydia. She also has the Sword and Wand, right? So she's not getting the attack from Sword and Wand because she hasn't moved this turn. Like, that's why I was thinking of saving Death Sentence. Like, we move here, Death Sentence, and then move down for the extra attack. But how much are we looking at if we hit the top level of slimes? 764. Okay, I think that's alright. Now, Akambe, we have the Engraving Resonance, right? So, active skill, 0 energy, no cooldown. So, what we can do here is we greed the slimes and suck up the slimes there. And then we do the Dark Ripple. So Dark Ripple is going to kill that slime. Because, like, look at this slime in this corner. So it does have the magic defense down, but we're going to kill it. So, but we're going to disable the skills. Is it worth it, though? Like, if we look at these slimes, right? They have disabled reaction, disabled class skills. So they should take some more damage, right? Like, this is the one which died, yeah? This one's at full HP. But this one doesn't have the magic defense down. And then some of these are dying, so these should take a bit more damage, yeah, for those. So a bit of RNG here and there. I'm going to do Princess Prayer on Tristan. And the other thing about Princess Prayer is that it might... Okay, so he's still dying, right? So that's kind of good. She's still dying, that's good. Don't take this out of context, guys. Co-attacks, a lot of our attack buffs, Leader Aura, Flag of Aura, Banner Aura, everything. And what we're going to do is we're going to give her Pursuit Order, that gains the attack 4, and we're going to give her Raid Order, right? And look at all her buffs. 12,020 attack. That's insane. And then we got all the buffs that we want. I'm not sure the raid order works on like the AoEs that you're hitting from the side. I feel like it does, right? And then, yeah, just gonna do some insane levels of damage. This is where we'll finish off the boss from like, you know, full health to dead, right? So we're going to do Headbutt first, doing a bit of damage. Okay, nice. So this is dying. So this one should take heaps of damage, yeah? Like, how should we see this? Do I slow it down? One punch burial. See the amount of crits we do. 1.9 million. Did you guys see that? 1.9. Oh, wow. And then that puts like huge chunk off this boss there. So he's at 1 million there. And then we punch again. Huge punch. 1.5 million. And then the boss is like, yeah, 342k. And then we up to our last punch. Last punch. Last final punch. But nobody's dying, so this one should be a bit weaker, yeah? One punch. Almost 1.6 million. And then that's a clear. Wow, what? I got a high score, new record. Okay, maybe I'll save that. Yeah, injuries, time score. Because I got the overflow damage. Overflow damage. That's insane. And look at that damage. I feel like I could push Tristan to high damage. But yeah, the Nydia does help out. Anyway, I hope that's thoroughly analyzed how we can optimize the stage. And yeah, new high score. Alright, thank you everyone so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.